Hey everyone, and welcome to a deep dive into a genre that's all about heart and soul and shaking things up, reggae.
It really is.
You've come to the right place, because we're going to uncover how reggae went from, the streets of Kingston to the global stage.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Becoming this incredible cultural force.
It is.
We're talking music, social movements, fashion, a whole lot more.
Right.
So get ready for some serious aha moments.
What I always found so fascinating about reggae is just how, deeply it's intertwined with Jamaica's own fight for independence and social justice. It's not just music, though. The music's incredible.
Right.
It's about understanding the context from which this really powerful form of expression kind of emerged,
Okay, so let's rewind the clock to 1960s Jamaica. Imagine a newly independent nation grappling with, the complexities of its past, a yearning for identity, the ongoing struggles of poverty and inequality.
Yeah, and music became this outlet, this form of resistance, a way to give a voice to the voiceless. And reggae, with its roots in these earlier genres like ska and rocksteady, offered this really potent blend of, infectious rhythm and deeply meaningful lyrics that really resonated with people.
It's like you can almost hear the evolution of the music mirroring, the change in mood of the nation, right?
Absolutely.
We start with ska, bursting with that post-independence optimism, right? So a beat so energetic, and then it transitions into rocksteady.
And rocksteady's key here.
Yeah.
Right. It provided the space for lyrics that really delved into the realities of daily life in Jamaica, the struggles, the dreams, the calls for justice.
Yeah.
It's like the music itself matured, becoming this incredible vessel for social commentary.
Now, we can't talk about reggae without mentioning the legend himself, Bob Marley, right?
Right.
He brought this music to the world stage.
Of course.
But to truly grasp reggae's impact, we need to look beyond Bob. Who are some other artists that were really instrumental in shaping the genre?
Oh, absolutely. Bob Marley's an icon for sure.
Yeah.
But you have alongside him artists like Tosh.
Yeah.
His song Equal Rights became an anthem for social justice.
Wow.
You have Jimmy Cliff, whose music often carried this message of upliftment and resilience.
Right.
And Burning Skier, known for his very powerful spiritual lyrics that really embodied the essence of Rastafarianism.
So many powerful voices, all using music to challenge the status quo and inspire change.
Absolutely.
Can you give us an example of a particularly impactful lyric from one of these artists, something that really captures their message?
Let's take Tosh's Equal Rights.
Okay.
He sings, "Everyone is crying out for peace. None is crying out for justice." And it's such a powerful line that cuts right to the heart of what the hypocrisy he saw in the world.
Wow.
It's a call to action disguised as a catchy reggae tune genius.
And that kind of speaks to this bigger theme we see with reggae. Music as a vessel for something much larger than itself. It's about identity-resistant spirituality.
Absolutely.
And speaking of spirituality, we can't delve into reggae without talking about its deep connection to the Rastafarian movement.
Right.
For those unfamiliar, could you break down the core tenets of Rastafarianism and how they're reflected in reggae music?
So at its core, Rastafarianism emphasizes social justice, a deep connection to Africa, and resistance against oppression themes that are deeply woven into reggae's DNA.
That's true.
Imagine, through music. Reggae became a way for the African diaspora, scattered across the globe, to reconnect with their heritage.
Wow.
It's incredibly powerful.
It really is. And we see those themes so clearly, not just in the lyrics, but also in the visual language associated with reggae, right?
Oh, for sure.
The red, gold, and green, so symbolic of the Rastafarian movement.
Absolutely.
They've become this global symbol of rebellion and resistance, all stemming from music.
Exactly. It's remarkable how a musical genre can influence the visual language of social movements worldwide.
Right.
It's amazing.
It's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Speaking of global reach, how did reggae make its way from the streets of Kingston to influence artists and genres across the world?
Right.
It's incredible to think about its journey from this local phenomenon to a global force.
Yeah.
What were the key factors that contributed to its spread?
Well, Bob Marley, with his international appeal, played a huge role, no doubt.
Of course.
But it's also about the universality of reggae's message.
Yeah.
Peace, love, unity, social justice.
Yeah.
These themes resonate across cultures.
It's true.
And let's be honest, the music itself is just so darn catchy.
Oh, yeah.
It's impossible not to move to that beat.
Catchy's an understatement. You're right, though. There's this irresistible urge to move to that reggae beat. And it's amazing how it, like, found its way into some unexpected genres, too.
Absolutely. Think about, like, the Police
Right.
and their music, infused with those unmistakable reggae rhythms.
Yeah.
Or Eric Clapton covering Bob Marley's I Shot the Sheriff.
Right.
And then there's hip-hop.
Yeah.
Artists like Nas collaborating with Damian Marley,
Wow.
Bob Marley's son.
Damian Marley, wow, what a legacy. It's like reggae is this, like, vibrant thread woven through the entire tapestry of music history.
It really is.
It's influenced so many other genres.
It's true. And it goes beyond individual artists, too, you know. Festivals like Reggae Sumfest in Jamaica and Rodham Sunsplash in Spain have been so instrumental in promoting reggae and its message internationally.
Yeah.
They've become these global meeting grounds for this shared love of the music and the messages that it carries.
It's like reggae created its own cultural ecosystem.
Right.
You know, with all this talk about reggae's positive impact, I'm kind of curious, were there any, like, criticisms or controversies surrounding it?
Oh, yeah.
Especially in its early days. It wasn't all smooth sailing to global acceptance, was it?
That's a great question. You know, reggae, despite its message of peace and love, didn't shy away from tackling some really, really tough issues.
Right.
And some lyrics were considered controversial, especially those challenging authority
Right.
or addressing Rastafarian beliefs, which were often, misunderstood and demonized.
So even with its message of one love,
Right.
there was an edge to reggae.
There was an edge, for sure.
Can you give us some specific examples of, like, the pushback that artists faced?
Well, think about the late 60s, early 70s.
Right.
A time of, like, social and political upheaval globally.
Yeah.
Right? Reggae's messages of Black liberation
Yeah.
and its connection to Rastafarianism, it ruffled some feathers.
It makes sense.
There are definitely instances of songs being banned from radio play,
Wow.
concerts being shut down,
Wow.
artists facing harassment from authorities who saw their music as a threat.
It's easy to forget that struggle when we listen to reggae today.
Right.
That fight for freedom of expression.
It's true.
It makes the music even more powerful, knowing that it was born out of resistance.
Exactly. And that resistance, that willingness to speak truth to power, even when it came at a cost, is part of what gives reggae that enduring power.
Right.
It reminds us that music can be a force for change, but real change often comes with challenges and pushback.
And it makes those moments of global unity,
Right.
those festivals,
Right.
those collaborations across genres,
Absolutely.
all the more meaningful.
Yeah.
This music fought its way onto the world stage
Right.
and won hearts and minds through sheer power and authenticity.
You said it. And that's what's so fascinating about exploring a genre like this.
Yeah.
It's not just about the music.
Yeah.
It's about the history, the culture, the struggles, the triumphs. It's about understanding the full context.
It's like you said earlier, reggae's story is deeply intertwined with Jamaica's fight for independence and social justice.
Right.
It's a soundtrack to a movement.
It is.
And like any movement, I imagine there were, like, different voices,
Oh,
different perspectives within reggae itself.
100%. Reggae wasn't a monolith. While there were these, like, core themes of social justice, unity, and resistance,
Right.
how those themes were expressed varied greatly from artist to artist, from song to song.
Right.
It reflected the diversity of the human experience.
That makes sense. Can you give us some examples of, like, the different flavors of reggae that emerged? What were
Yeah.
some of those varying perspectives?
Yeah, so you had roots reggae, deeply spiritual,
Okay.
drawing heavily on Rastafarian beliefs,
Right.
focusing on themes of social injustice and repatriation to Africa.
Right. Yeah.
Then there was lovers rock, which, as the name suggests,
Right.
explored romantic themes, love and relationships, with a much smoother, more soulful sound.
I can imagine listeners just falling head over heels for Lovers Rock. It's got that, like, irresistible reggae pulse,
Right.
but with a smooth, soulful vibe.
Absolutely.
Were there any other, like, notable subgenres?
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's dub, which emerged in the 70s,
Right.
and it involved really experimenting with sound systems,
Really?
remixing existing reggae tracks and creating these really immersive psychedelic soundscapes.
Interesting.
Dub artists were true innovators, pushing the boundaries of what reggae could be.
Dub sounds like a whole other world.
Right.
Like, it takes that reggae foundation and just blasts it open with creativity.
Exactly.
It's amazing how this one genre spawns so many branches.
It is. And that spirit of experimentation, of
Yeah.
pushing boundaries, is part of what keeps, reggae fresh and relevant even today.
So we've talked a lot about reggae's past,
Yeah.
its origins, its evolution.
Right.
But what about its future?
Right.
What do you see for reggae in the years to come?
That's $1 million question.
Yeah.
But if I had a crystal ball, I'd say reggae at its core addresses these universal themes.
Yeah.
Love, justice, equality, the human spirit overcoming adversity.
Right.
Those will always be relevant.
Those themes never go out of style. As long as there are artists with something to say, with stories to tell,
Right.
with that, like reggae spirit burning within them,
Right.
the music will continue to evolve.
Of course.
To adapt, to find new audiences,
Right.
to inspire.
Exactly. Reggae isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
If anything, it's gathering even more momentum, finding new life in collaborations with other genres.
Right.
In the hands of really talented young artists.
Yeah.
Who are carrying the torch and pushing the boundaries of what reggae can be.
I love that. It's like that reggae beat just keeps going, echoing through generations.
It's true.
It strikes me that we often talk about music as a universal language.
Yeah.
But with reggae, it feels even deeper than that.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
It's like reggae taps into something primal, something beyond language.
Yes.
Something that connects us on this soul level.
Yes. It's a feeling.
Yes.
An energy.
Yeah.
You can be from any part of the world.
Right.
Speak any language and still feel that reggae groove, deep down in your soul. It's true.
It's about shared humanity.
Yeah.
About recognizing our struggles.
Absolutely.
Our triumphs, our hopes, our dreams.
And it's about recognizing the power of music to bring us together. To inspire us.
Right.
To remind us that even in the face of adversity, we can overcome, we can rise up,
Yeah.
we can dance.
Beautifully said. That's something I think our listeners can really connect with, really, is that soul connection.
It's that feeling you get like when the bass line hits,
Yeah.
that skanking guitar rhythm kicks in, and your body just can't help but move. It's visceral, It's unifying.
It's true. Reggae has this incredible ability to just bypass the thinking part of your brain.
Right.
And go straight to your soul. It's pure feeling, pure energy.
And that's what makes it such a powerful tool for communication,
Right.
for connection, for social change. Because when you can make someone feel something, that's when you can really reach them, really get your message across music as this bridge between hearts and minds, breaking down those barriers, those walls we build up.
Absolutely.
And just feeling the music, feeling the message together.
Yeah.
That's the power of reggae.
Exactly. And that's what's so inspiring about it. It reminds us that even in a world that often feels really, really divided, music has this incredible power to unite us, to remind us of our shared humanity.
It's beautiful.
It's just like those festivals we talked about, right? People from all walks of life coming together to celebrate the rhythm of life.
It's a beautiful thing.
Oh.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of reggae, what's one final thought, one takeaway you hope our listeners will carry with them?
That's a good question. I think, next time you hear that infectious reggae beat, remember, it's more than just a catchy tune.
Right.
It's a story of resilience, of resistance, of the power of music to change the world. And it kind of begs the question, what other genres can you think of that have had such a profound cultural impact?
Wow.
What other sounds hold the power to move us, unite us, and inspire us to build a better world?
That's something to ponder, isn't it? The power of music to transcend borders, to give voice to the voiceless, to inspire generations.
It's powerful.
Reggae's story is a testament to that power.
Absolutely.
And it's a story that continues to unfold.
For sure.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. And until next time, keep the music playing and the vibes high.